up, everybody? We're back. The fucking boys are back. What's fucking going on, everybody? Order the spoons, motherfuckers. Coach, how are you?
Oh, we're living.
That's key, baby. That's fucking key. Dink can't talk right now.
Beep, beep, beep.
Dink can't talk right now. He will be joining us here in just a second. He refused to evacuate a fire drill at his at his doors.
Fire marshal will be coming up to arrest his ass and
This is Glacius' first attended podcast. I forgot about that.
oh yeah. 20.
Yeah. I'm not gonna play. I was thinking about playing some music in the background, but I don't think we need to. I can add it to the video later. So Coach, how are you?
We're surviving.
Surviving. I'm gonna
surviving a 14-month-old baby girl who is apparently smart as hell and completely mobile, and just a joy at 1 minute and then a terrorist the next.
Hey, that's kids, man. That's kids for you. I mean, I was one once. Dink is still one. No, I'm so excited to be back, guys. We have a bunch of things we're going to talk about today. We'll check in with Dink here in just a second. He's just kind of chilling here for the time being. Yeah, so just so you guys are aware, I'm gonna hit you with this right off the bat. We are only going to be doing this once every other week. It's just easier on all of us. Once this kind of starts building up, and maybe it starts to get kind of a decent following, I'm recording it right now. It's gonna go to YouTube once we're done. So, but I was talking to Coach about this prior to stream. I'm thinking about maybe taking the podcast, because we're only going to do it once every other week, and doing the podcast on YouTube. And we're going to live stream it on YouTube to try and build up a little bit of a base there. So we're thinking about doing that. I'm thinking about doing that. I was talking to Coach about it. I want to talk to Dink about it as well. So maybe we'll get his opinions on it here, once he can chit chat. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of the game plan moving forward, as we are all kind of going through different phases in our streaming lives right now. So, but there's a couple of things that we're going to talk about today, and
we have streaming live?
I mean, Dink does.
Dink does comparative.
Dink does. Dink does.
Myself.
Oh!
I wouldn't call what I do.
Hey!
Consistently.
Thanks, Lady Coach. Hello.
She has not followed you? Wow.
No.
That just goes to show you how important.
Dink, why are you throwing your hands up?
Because he's still hearing beep, meep, meep.
Mav, what's up, man?
Mav.
Welcome in.
What's going on, dude?
How's it going, y'all? Oh.
Hey!
Is that loud?
Keep talking. I can turn you down
Tell
a little
me.
bit.
No, I got it. You just tell me when.
Okay, keep
la,
going.
La 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 la.
Right. Nope. Up. Go back up. What you were just at before that. Right there. Right there. Right. Up. Down a little bit. Right there. That works. Dink,
what's going on, y'all?
How the fuck are you?
I'm vibing, bro. I'm vibing. I just got hit in the face before I got here.
Oh, nice. Is that why you were late?
A little bit. My eye. I don't know if it's swollen or not.
Yeah, it is.
It is a little bit.
Is?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
100%.
Are you serious?
100%.
Dead ass.
No, we're not. But
no,
it is swollen.
Oh my god, it is.
Yeah, that Stop was taking it off the face.
I got hit in the face by a basketball.
Dink got absolutely mushroom stamped.
Some guy slapped the ball into my face. and then I deflected it into someone else's hands, and then it helped our team. But
That is
Literally.
taking one for the team.
literally,
So Dink, how the hell are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing absolutely fantabulous. I was hoping I could bring some more people over, but we're vibing.
Dude, I'm so happy that we're doing this again. I've missed doing this. Our lives got in the way, and well, at least for me it did. Coach, I mean, we all kind of are going through our own little spell of streams. Like Dink, you kind of went through a little bit of a spell. You're back on it now, but we all kind of had our own little dry spells. Like Coach is kind of going through one right now. We were talking the other day on his stream about it. Give us a little, in short, kind of what you're... I mean, if you don't want to talk about it on here, that's totally fine. I just, in short, kind of what's going on in the life of... the streaming life of Coach right now.
Well, let's start off with Dink, because we haven't caught up with Dink left.
All right, yeah, let's start with Dink. We can start with Dink. Hey, this is a democracy. This isn't a dictatorship, unless you guys want it to be a dictatorship. Dink, go ahead. Talk to us a little bit about about what kind of like your timeline, like everything that went on with like you, like everything that you've been going through since like we all stopped kind of doing this.
When was the last time we've done a podcast?
I have no fucking idea.
July, June.
I couldn't tell you.
This has to be season 2 then, right?
Let's say this is
episode 1.
Yeah, let's fuck it. Let's say this is start of season 2, episode 1.
We're at season 2, baby.
Season 2, episode 1, and it's gonna, and with us doing every other week, it'll make it really easy for me to put it to YouTube, because then I can give myself a week to do it.
Yes, sir. I feel like I need to do this to keep my eye open now. Anyway.
Put your bag wine on there. Take out the bag, slap it against your face, like that Balls did.
Anyway, oh my, I'm like. Anyway, so basically, yeah, no, I've been, I don't know, I think I took like 2 or 3 breaks. I don't even remember when they were.
Mm-hmm.
But I think like the first break, like I was like, you know, Knockout City died.
Yeah.
And I was just like grasping at straws to try and keep everything, like to keep myself from falling off.
Hmm.
And yeah, let me know if I'm peaking, because like my thing is showing up red a couple times.
No, you got you both you and Coach are like mid to high yellow right now. You guys are good.
Okay. But anyway, so like, you know, KO City kind of died, and then I'm like, shit, you know, I'm gonna, like, I was just bouncing back and forth between so many different things, and you know, it was kind of working for a while, and I tried to, you know, stretch things out, but I feel like after like February, March, maybe April of 2022 or 2021. No, April of 2022, I think. That was like things started to go downhill, and I'm like, I don't have enough. I'm running out of like reasons to work my ass off.
Yeah.
So I had to take a step back and, you know, focus on real life shit, you know, getting my shit together with music. And I definitely did do that, because I went from here to here for like my music in school, and like I'm the only trumpet player, so I have a really massive workload. You guys have seen my schedule. It looks like a fucking Jackson Pollock painting, you know.
It does look like a fucking cluster.
And you know, like it was just like I can't, you know, like right now I'm managing now, but you know, I had to take a break, so I took a break for like 2 months or something like that. Then we came back, we had a little run, and it was okay. And then I had to take another break because of like finals and shit and concerts, and just like there was just too much. And now we're back again. Or maybe there was another break somewhere in there, but it was 2 or 3 breaks. But we're finally back, and I feel like we're getting some consistency. I was just like, I'm gonna like fuck it. I'm gonna do what works, and what, you know, I'm not gonna try and like reinvent the wheel here. I'm just gonna, you know, do my own thing, and, you know, be the most raw, true version of myself.
Right.
And vibe with everyone that's here. And, you know, like I like playing Battlefront. That's the one game that I enjoy playing, as long as there's a group. Sometimes we'll mix it. Like today we played Roblox, which was actually surprisingly a lot of fun.
It was actually very entertaining.
Yeah, and you know, I you know, I definitely feel like a lot of people, especially in our group, in our circles, have like sort of left us and kind of, you know, went to some other, you know, IRL shit or whatever, you know. But like, just like I feel like a lot of people that used to be here aren't here anymore, but that's okay, you know. And I feel like everyone who sticks around, like we have all that history, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
And, I think, you know, we're just gonna build up from there. You know, everyone who sticks around. You know, people are coming back too, so it's like, you know, you see old faces, you see some new faces. You know, who knows? I have no idea what's gonna happen because, you know, like, I'm playing a dead game right now. I don't know what's gonna happen. But you know, if something cool comes out, you know, hopefully it does. If not, you know, I either gotta come up with something crazy or just keep doing what we're doing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm back on a normal schedule though, which is great. You know, we're starting to get some consistency going again.
I mean, the thing is, you had a run of bad luck where you kind of went down a ladder of just playing games that just happened to have a tendency of just kind of falling off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you kind of not in like a bad way, but like you walked yourself into like a state of like every game you played, like you kept taking a step down the ladder where you were like, all right, I'm gonna Battlefront died. What'd you go to after Battlefront?
Knockout City.
Knockout City, yeah.
Popping off, and then that game died.
And then that game died in a sense, and I mean, Fat Cat was roasting you in the comments saying it didn't die, you just couldn't handle
Fat
solo
Cat's
queue.
like the entire Knockout City community
I know.
is Fat Cat. So like, I don't know what do you want me to do?
Well,
bro?
and then like you didn't exactly like dive into this head first like you did KO City, but like Roller Champions. You remember Roller Champions?
Roller Champions was not a good game.
It wasn't great, but
I don't think that even counts as like an era of like anyone's channel.
It was
short.
It was, but it hit so hot really quick, and then literally about after 2 weeks it died. It was dead.
Yeah, like that.
It goes to show you how fickle the games are. Rumble City already got kicked off by Epic.
Rumble City.
City.
The biggest thing that I have trouble with is that when somebody says you can't handle solo queuing, when you're a streamer, you can't handle solo queuing.
Right.
Because you're there to interact. You're there to be with people. You're there for the people that want to come and play with you. That is a multiplayer game. It's not like I'm sitting here playing Jedi Fallen Order or the storyline in Battlefront. You want to talk about burnout? That's why I'm burnt the hell out.
Yeah, go into your little timeline here, Coach.
2 years. I mean, I honestly, Rev and I talked about this a little bit. That when it was a heyday, it was multi months at 50, 60 subs per month. It hit that time when everybody just bailed on Battlefront. Everybody went down to 5 and 6. Then we started jumping around. Hank did it. I did it. Real City was pretty badass for a while, but that was about the same time where it was just like so much work to get a little bit of pull. Yeah. And it just grinds on you. And for me, I pretty much am MIA during football season, so that takes a hit. So I have to restart everything when I start doing it again. And after 2 years, I'm just like, I'm not gonna put a humongous amount of work in when I get all the homies every.
Right.
So I'm just gonna play games with them and hang out. That's what it's gonna be until either I get time or there's a game that just makes me go nuts, which there hasn't been.
I know.
I thought it was gonna be Lego Star Wars, and it really wasn't.
It also kind of had a spell where that one just kind of peaked, and then about 2 weeks later, I mean, I think it's because it tickled everyone's fancy, it tickled everyone's balls kind of right off the rip, and then it just kind of like. Nah, like I think everyone started to realize it's kind of the same. It's just the same thing, but better. Like everyone beat the game and then it was done. And I changed the title of the stream because I feel like I want to talk about this. I added and the state of Twitch.
Twitch.
Yeah,
what state?
Right. I mean, because that's what I want to talk about. And I saw some of Fatty's comments talking about 34 people streaming, and I'm assuming he's talking KO City. Because that's what we were talking about when he sent it, I think. I agree. The game, in a sense, if you look at it from a Twitch standpoint, didn't die. But Coach and I were talking about this beforehand. Twitch has turned into, you've got your fan base that only watches and spends time with those people. So you've got 34 people streaming KO City. If they don't know Dink from a hole in the ground, they're not going to go watch him. And I know that a big part of that is... we lost Dink. A big part of
I'm here. I have a surprise.
A big part of Twitch, and I don't love this, is how much you have to market yourself to other fan bases. You know what I mean? Because if you don't get yourself into those fan bases, like with those other communities, you're not gonna. And it's like get yourself in the community, join 17 different Discord servers, and then you can start building a base again. Like when I
don't think that works. I tried
it doesn't. It doesn't anymore.
Games. I mean, it's a niche, but Borderlands. I tried it with Borderlands.
Mm-hmm.
I tried
Tiny
it with
Tina's.
City. Tiny Tina's. I tried it with that.
Tiny Titties.
And
oh yeah.
Honestly, I'm trying it with Ghostbusters, and
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten 2 follows from the group of people that I've been trying to market through, or just try to, build friendships through. It's hard. Like,
Yeah.
nobody wants to do the things that we did a couple years ago, which was include, expand, because I think that it's more of like, you look at the breakdown now, and I think DC only had 60, usually in 200s or 100, 150.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at Azu's pretty much back to where we were, 15 and 20.
Yeah.
The highest one that I'm following right now is Creedy, who I don't even know who that is, and he's got 61. Like, It's down all over the place.
Mm-hmm. It's one of those where Twitch as a whole is just in a rut right now, and there's streamers out there that aren't going to tell you that just because, I mean, it's working for them, and the thing for me is I look at this and I'm just like, I don't know, it's just in a bad spot. And I think when it comes to streaming, like, I love what Dink, I love what you're doing right now with streams, because you've started to kind of build yourself back up a little bit, and you're just doing what you have fun doing. You know what I mean?
You're consistent.
You're consistent, and that's the hard part with Twitch is consistency for a lot of people. And there's a lot of people that look at things like how Twitch is like. I was talking about doing. I was talking to Coach about making the move just full on over to YouTube, just because I look at things like where Twitch is at, and it's like, I don't think I'm ever gonna get to partner, and I don't even know if I want to. You know what I mean?
Why take less? You're gonna take less to be a partner.
Yeah, you'll take less overall just to be a partner. Like, they are screwing their partners that aren't
YouTube L.
They're screwing their partners that aren't contracted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
the contracted partners have a preset what they're getting. So
I don't want to make it seem like it's about money, because it's not. It's more about just having fun, and just doing what I love, and that's gaming and hanging out with people that love the same shit that I do. I can do that on YouTube, and one of the things, like, because this is kind of another form of income, just to get some money from Twitch. But most of the stuff and pretty much almost all of the stuff I get from Twitch ends up going back into the stream eventually. So I've been thinking about just going over to YouTube and just trying to, and basically starting from scratch there, because just taking clips from stream is more editing, more cuts, more stuff like that. Whereas when you stream on YouTube, you can bookmark, you can highlight certain things in your stream and save it and go back, and the video's uploaded. Take the video, put it in your editor, save the time spots, cut that 10 minutes that you put a bookmark in, and boom, you got a video. Like, YouTube just has a really good algorithm right now. The only problem with YouTube is the big algorithms are the big games. So it's Fortnite, Modern Warfare, Minecraft. It's the big games, and then the podcasting and the reaction content. Which is why I'm thinking I'm just going to start off by doing our podcasts on YouTube, and then we'll see how that goes, and kind of building up a base on YouTube. And maybe I'll start streaming on YouTube. Who knows? Maybe once a week, because I'm only going to be able to really stream like twice a week, other than the podcast, so 3 times counting the podcast, and doing one on YouTube, one on Twitch. Kind of see what happens. I want to see the variation, because I'm really only getting $5 a month.
Multi-streaming might not be a horrendous idea either.
Streamlabs took it off. You now have to sub to Streamlabs Ultra.
Oh, well.
It's $20 a month.
Maybe you should switch to OBS soon.
Can you multi-stream with OBS? How much is OBS?
OBS is free.
You can multi-stream on OBS? I thought they changed that.
There might be pay levels there, Ding.
Coach, do you want to touch on what Mav said?
Hey, I forgot that we have a chat that we could read.
Fishy, thank you. Fishy, thank you for the 8 months, dude. We will. I will play that alert on this weekend, and we will hype up, and I will throw my ass back, and I'll throw my ass in a circle for that. Thank you.
So with TikTok Live, I can go live. I have 1,800 plus. I can go live whenever I want.
W, Coach.
1,900.
Holy shit.
Yeah, Coach fucking popped off.
I gotta start making TikToks.
To be able to stream like some of these streamers are doing, you have to get a stream, and there's no way to know when you're going to get said stream key.
Yeah.
Like there's theories on how you do it, right? Post gaming clips, post your gaming clips on there all the time. I'm like, well, I don't really do a lot of gaming on my streams anymore, so I'm gonna have to upload older stuff. And I've gotten a lot of good reactions from the old BF2 stuff. Oh, you're just a typical ball player, but I don't give a crap. But they say you can do that, and then you can, I guess you can, if you find an email or something, you can request it.
Yeah.
I don't know. So if and when I get mine, I will be TikTok and TikTok only. But until that day, I think I might start tweaking with some multi-streaming and some building of this new Kick a little bit. That's a new streaming service that comes out that
costs money.
It costs money, but it might end up being better in the long run.
Wenchie, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Really appreciate that.
You wench.
Ultimately, once I get my streaming key, it'll be TikTok.
Yeah. So, guys, those of you that don't know the stream key allows you to see what Coach is doing, like the stream, like the game or whatever.
How does it work?
You're gonna get to see the actual game, because I know there's a couple people out there who stream, and you just kind of see just them, and that doesn't work on the algorithm from what I've seen and from what I've read. If you're just filming yourself and you put on streaming on Twitch and then put your name, it doesn't work. If people are gonna see your live on Twitch, they want to stay on. Or on TikTok, they want to stay on TikTok. They don't want to.
They want to watch you play on TikTok.
Yeah.
They don't want to watch you.
That is why streamers like Ninja said fuck the partner program with Twitch, and he's just a regular streamer. He's not even an affiliate.
He's multi-streaming.
He multi-streams on TikTok. He doesn't do Facebook anymore because he said the algorithm didn't work. But he does multi-stream on TikTok. I think he does Instagram, but I'm not sure. Twitch.
What about Facebook?
YouTube.
You just said.
Yeah, the algorithm doesn't work. There's millions and millions and millions of people on Facebook, and they don't promote the gaming. You can try. Some people. I tried to stream on Facebook for a while,
you can't find. Really.
No,
you end up finding people in Arab wherever they are, and it's just like.
Yeah.
No.
If you're not like a Ninja, it's not going to work. If you're not Stone Mountain or Spartacus, those guys on Facebook, it's not going to work.
Yeah, you have to be partnered with them.
So yeah, they're Facebook streamers. Stone Mountain and Spartacus, I think, are two of the biggest ones.
I think Ronda Rousey gave her a partner.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see.
I think when it comes to the streaming game right now, YouTube is leaps and bounds catching up to Twitch in a fast way, because they don't. It's a great, like, the only thing is you have to get to 1,000 subs before you can get onto their monetization. which you're not going to get yourself to 1,000 subs unless you already have a pretty solid foundation on Twitch that can just go over there and sub, or you just start streaming over there and start making clips and videos and posting shorts. Until you start doing that, you're not going to build up your YouTube base, which is kind of why I just want to start doing it.
I got 27.
How many?
27
You do?
followers
On YouTube? I think I have like 34, 34 or 35. But
that's gonna be a
I
girl.
don't even know what I have.
no, you need 1K. No, you need 1K Mav to join the monetization agreement. You can stream on YouTube with 0 subs. You need 1,000 subs to make money. Like to start like on Twitch where you can get subs and stuff like that. On YouTube where you can get members. Members on YouTube are subs on Twitch. So that's kind of where the state of Twitch is just kind of in shambles right now. And I mean, I didn't leave because Twitch was in shambles. I left because work and life kind of sucked for me. So I just
Unfortunately, that's the word. It's called better things that are
mental health. It was
yeah.
And streaming for the longest time helped me kind of calm down and stuff like that. And then it was just it became not that, because it did start getting kind of tough. And that's why I love seeing where Coach is at right now, or what Coach is doing with social media, with the TikTok and stuff like that, because you're building that base on TikTok, and when you get that stream key, I'm curious to see where that's going to go. And then Dink is starting to kind of build up that Twitch again. When he took before he took his breaks, he started coming back, and I remember him talking to us about kind of struggling and stuff like that. And then now he's building it back up to kind of close to where he was. And so TikTok's Twitch is good for Dink, and I don't know. I kind of want to see if I can get the YouTube aspect of it going, and then we can kind of build our base around 3 separate streaming services.
Yeah,
That's
and
an
Matt,
interesting idea.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of what I was thinking.
Matt brought up a point saying all the COVID viewers are gone.
Great point.
But in the last 2 years, there have been more viewers on Twitch than there ever has been, even with 20.
It's probably for the bigger streamers, though. It's
That's
like
the problem.
Yeah.
There's what's a disparity, right?
Yep.
The disparity is they all went to the big guys. They pushed to the big guys. It didn't have our back.
Yeah. Yep. It's just kind of falling apart.
I just want to know, why do I look like dog shit compared to you guys?
Because I have good lighting and a good.
Same.
Alright, just you wait.
And I'm pretty. I mean, come on.
I mean, look at him. You can just tell Coach has a big dick by looking at him.
Just you fucking wait.
So
I need that.
with that being said, I think we can kind of pivot. It's not really a good segue to go from Twitch talk and streaming talk into the next bit of stuff I want to talk about. Dink, Coach, have you guys seen the reason I'm wanting to kind of bounce to the next topic is because I want to try and keep this at an hour. Did we agree on that?
No.
Sure.
All right. Thank you, Dink. I think with doing only every other week, I think if we go between an hour to an hour and a half, it's not the end of the world. But that's up to you guys. I know you guys on Wednesday nights have a little tighter schedules than I will. So
I could go a little longer.
Oh, my tighter schedule is whether or not Zoe wants. So, anytime that I stay on or that's like 11, I always pay for it.
yeah, no, that's fine. I don't think we shouldn't go much longer than what would it be? 10:30 for you guys.
Joey from InSync? Why? I think I'm better looking.
Yeah, I think Coach is better. You do look like Joey Fatone, though. Holy shit.
All right, I'm gonna have
Coach.
to go and mute it.
Joey Fatone. Oh my god.
Yes, Lady Coach is Lady Coach is Dink's wife.
Oh, those are some jowls.
No, I think,
maybe when he
think
was
Coach is
younger?
a lot better looking than Joey Fatone.
Coach is better looking than Joey Fatone.
It's probably the goatee, but he's got some.
All right,
He's got some what?
Anyway,
Dink and Coach, have you guys seen all the new stuff with DC that was announced the other day? I was talking to Coach. I know Coach said he
here's
was.
the thing: is all I hear is people bitching about it.
They're so stupid. I'm gonna hot take, and if someone gets mad at me and thinks that that I'm just a fanboy, then fuck you. I think
You probably are a fucking.
I think it's awesome, mainly because I love James Gunn, and I love the shit that he's done.
Well, you would be different than most, because most people are.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. I think because James Gunn, if you guys don't know, he's taking the DC stuff, all the DC properties, and him and Peter Safran are now the co-CEOs of DC Studios, and they are changing everything. So they said the 4 movies that are releasing this year, Shazam has been off on his own, kind of doing his own thing. He is going to feed it nicely into what they're doing with the DCU, and then that's going to go into the Flash movie that's coming out. I have my own opinions on that.
Seems to be very happy with.
He thinks it might be the greatest superhero movie ever made, and coming from James Gunn, that's crazy.
The nostalgia aspect is he is for a middle age, my age type of thing. But when they integrate the stuff that you grew up in, of course it's people are gonna be like, oh, it was awesome.
Yeah,
but Ezra Miller's a fuck.
Yeah, I know he said in an interview that they are solely focused on bettering themselves, and they are currently in rehab. But no decision has been made yet. I'm curious to see what's going to happen after the release of the movie.
Somebody. What the fuck?
He still hasn't been charged with that, which is why I'm weirded out.
Because Warner Brothers probably paid everybody off.
But he's still getting charged for 2 of the other things that he did. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
So did Shia LaBeouf.
I don't think. I personally don't think he should be the Flash anymore.
Ezra Miller looks like.
Oh no.
He looks like who?
You. I don't think he should be the Flash anymore. But that's just my opinion. I think it's
beat Grant Gustafson.
He's so good. I have my pick, and you guys can look him up if you want. My pick for the new Flash, for James Gunn's Flash, is Elliot Page. I think Elliot Page is awesome, formerly known as Ellen Page. He is funny. He's in very good shape, and he's I like Elliot Page. I think Elliot Page is perfect. But that ties into but basically he said the Flash movie is going to completely reset the DCU.
So he's using the Flashpoint
story. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Liam would love that shit.
Yes. So he's resetting everything.
Didn't he say previously that he wasn't going to origin stories, but he's doing Superman's origin story?
But he's not. No. So I was actually going to read this to you. So he's not doing the origin of Superman. So I was actually. So let's just get into it real quick. So the new movies that they announced, one of them was Superman Legacy. That he has a release date as well, and he's writing it. He might direct it. They don't know yet. But July 11th, 2025, it is the true kicking off point for the new DCU. There's a couple TV shows that are going to come out before it, but this is the true kicking off point. It's not an origin story. It's going to be Clark Kent has already been on Earth for a while, and he's currently working at. It's going to be in his younger years. He's currently working at the Daily Planet, and it's going to focus more on his back, not his origin, but his backstory as Clark Kent, like focusing more on his human aspect, and why he is. One of the quotes I saw said, "He is kindness in a world that thinks kindness is old-fashioned," and I think that is such a perfect quote for Superman. We lost Dink again.
I'm here. I'm just trying to.
So
Right. So I'm looking at it. His first thing's going to be Future Commandos
yep,
animated series.
I was looking at the movies first, and I was gonna get into the shows.
Oh. Which
Um,
let me get on the website you're on.
I'm on Polygon. Just look up. What did I look up on Google? DC Studios announcement, and it's the Polygon website.
Oh, the first one.
So it just kind of gives a little thing. Only project with a
Superman.
release date. Yep, Superman Legacy. That is their first movie. Were you guys Henry Cavill fans?
Yes.
Yes, massive.
Not at first, but yes, as it kept going.
I am a firm believer in the fact that I believe Man of Steel is one of the best superhero movies ever made. I loved Henry Cavill. I thought Henry Cavill was the epitome of Superman, and I don't think James Gunn. I do not think James Gunn and Peter Safran are to blame for Henry Cavill not coming back. I think Warner Brothers is fully to blame for absolutely fucking up a good thing.
Here's my thoughts on it, though, Revan.
Go ahead.
Is that the Snyderverse was the place they decided they have a falling out, right? But my biggest complaint is we went from 0, which is Superman, to 100% freaking end all be all like Thanos within 3 films or 2 films.
Oh yeah.
Where it should have been built up like
Mm-hmm.
Marvel had a good plan where it was building characters, building a world,
Mm-hmm.
adding to that world as they kept building. It felt like they went from 0 to 100 in DC. They missed so much that they could have built.
Yeah, Warner Brothers fucked it up. They tried to catch Marvel, and something that they and I don't know. I think what they did, and Dink and I always get into the who's better, Iron Man or Captain America all the time. They built on their core team, and then they built it up. DC they didn't do that, and I think it's because they tried so hard to catch up to them, because the people they had in charge of the whole thing were business people, and it was a competition to them. Whereas James Gunn and Peter Safran are basically, DC's never going to get their own Kevin Feige. Kevin Feige's 1 in a million. 1 in a billion, maybe. So what did DC do? They went out and they got, Kevin Feige is a great businessman. He's a great media person. He is a great comic book lover, comic book mind. They went out, and he's a great producer. He's a great film buff. They went out, DC got 2 people to basically encompass what Kevin Feige is. James Gunn is the comic book lover, the great filmmaker, and Peter Safran is a great producer and a great media mind. Star Wars did the same thing with Dave Filoni and you changed your camera up on me, Dink. What are you doing?
Does this look better or worse?
What are you doing to me?
Probably worse.
What are you doing to me?
Damn.
But yeah, let's get more pictures of the liquor.
The wine box. If you want to do that camera next time, we can do that. We'll just fix it next time.
No, I thought it would look better, but it doesn't.
And the Star Wars did the same thing with Filoni and Favreau. One's a great movie guy who knows the media, he knows the advertisement side of things, and the other guy is just an absolute Star Wars geek. And
yeah, but even Filoni is that guy too. The thing about Filoni is he's got the chops. He's wrote and directed one of the best Marvel movies, everything. So,
oh no, I know.
And then was an executive producer for all of those. So him mixed with Filoni, they need to get Kathleen Kennedy the hell out of that shit. Them take over.
Oh, that's another fucking box of worms we can talk about later if we have time.
Let's keep going.
Yeah, so I think they're gonna start off well. I think they're gonna go young Superman. Superman is the epitome of DC. If he doesn't work, it's not gonna work. And then they fudged it up by making two of the most beloved superheroes fight each other in the second movie.
Superman Legacy are 2025. I'm still got a lot of time in between.
That is the only thing with a release date.
Yeah. And then you keep kind of going through here, and it's like the Authority. I'm like, all right.
Yo, look, if you haven't looked up the Authority yet, I didn't know who the fuck they were when I heard about this. Go look up the Authority. They are basically, it's a mix of The Boys and now I can't think of the other one I had. I had two in my head and I can't remember it. But they're basically a superhero team of Deadpools. They're heroes, but they're going the ends justify the means. They're going to do whatever they can to get the job done. And they are led by Apollo, the god of the sun, who I didn't know was a DC Comics hero that basically rivals Superman.
I don't even know who Apollo's powers actually are. I mean, Apollo's always kind of been a Greek god, but at the same time, I don't remember.
He's basically Superman with some different powers.
I thought Black Adam was good.
I thought it was really good. I mean, I don't think it was, I'm going to win an Oscar good, but it was a good superhero movie.
I thought Black Adam was fucking terrible.
Yeah.
I didn't like it, man. I didn't like it.
Why not?
So here's how I'll describe it. I had fun with it, didn't like it.
The Rock being The Rock made
I thought
mad.
I wanted him to be Black Adam, but it was Black Adam as played by The Rock, and it just bugged me.
I'm fine with it, bro.
Yeah, I'm fine with it too.
The Rock is a badass, bro.
He is, but it's
I
also
actually forgot it was The Rock at one point.
Joking. I think
he did a good job.
God, man, it felt like the Black Adam presented to you by Arnold Schwarzenegger with all the one-liners and.
You're just haters.
Who is Kevin Bacon in the X-Men? Like when I watched that, I just thought of it's Kevin Bacon acting as Kevin Bacon in the X-Men.
I didn't love that. I didn't love that either.
Kevin Bacon was in X-Men?
X-Men, the First Class.
Yeah, the First Class. So when you have actors like that, it's like saying, watch National Treasure with.
Oh no way!
Yeah, you didn't know that.
Wait, who was he? He wasn't Magneto. Why am I seeing him?
No, he was the guy because he had the helmet. He had the helmet that Magneto ended up getting at the end of the movie.
Oh, he was a bad guy.
Yeah, he used the helmet to block out Charles Xavier, and that's why Magneto took it. So that's why Magneto had a helmet like that. He was okay, but this guy as played by Kevin Bacon.
I guess. I mean, I feel like that with Harrison. I think he just plays himself.
It's like Nicolas Cage. You go into a movie, Nicolas Cage is going to play Nicolas Cage as that character.
Oh yeah,
what it is.
100%.
Rock, Gone in 60 Seconds, National Treasure, all of these ones. Like they act a certain way, and you can say that is that person acting. That it is that person trying to be that guy.
Yeah, I think
have to accept it.
The biggest issue was they, like you said, but it's different when you cast somebody because when they casted Robert Downey Jr., that's a perfect casting because Robert Downey Jr.'s personality was Tony Stark.
What are you eating, Dave?
Is that popcorn?
Oh.
Yeah, that's a college life.
Those are pretzels.
That's college life.
One of them looks like a pretzel.
Nutrition, college life nutrition, right? I just played basketball for a couple hours. Took balls off my. Crap.
Yeah. Let's bounce around here because the Authority. If you don't know the Authority, look them up. It's very interesting. I'm really intrigued to see what James Gunn is going to do with that. The next one, now this one got me a little excited.
The Bold and the Brave.
The Brave and the Bold. They're DC Batman. Their DC Batman, the Batman for the DCU is not going to be Robert Pattinson. They are 100%. They said it. The Batman, the Joker, like Teen Titans Go, like the animated shows that are still on, like those are going to be
out there.
DC.
They're out there
It's going to be DC Elseworlds because they're successful. They're working. They're their own thing. They will not coincide. They will not run into the DCU. This is going to be the new DCU Batman. He is replacing Ben Affleck. I think Ben Affleck should direct this movie. They haven't casted him yet. This movie is going to basically be Batman with his Robin, Damian Wayne, his son. This is the Robin after Dick Grayson, after Jason Todd, after Tim Drake. This is the fourth Robin. I think I know exactly who should fucking play this Batman. I think this Batman should be fucking... I think this should be Jensen Ackles.
Who?
Jensen Ackles. He was Soldier Boy in The Boys.
So you have to get somebody that's aging 35 to...
Jensen Ackles is in his 40s, and he does the voice of Batman in a bunch of animated movies.
And that's what he said during the thing, is he wants people to play that character all the way through in cartoons and shows and movies. So I
have a Zac Efron role later, Dink. Don't worry.
I can see that happening, but at the same point, I think that they're gonna try to find the youngest actors they can fit the role, so that they can have a good 15 years.
Ben Affleck, Mav, I see your message. Ben Affleck would be perfect for this time period of Batman. He ain't gonna come back. I don't think he wants to act anymore. He's gonna direct.
He's like 60.
He doesn't want to act anymore.
He's not 60.
How the fuck? How old is Ben Affleck?
He's like 48 or something.
Hold on. There's no way he's in his 40s.
He's 50.
I was way closer than fucking sticks.
You were both like 10 years off.
48 is 10 years away from 50?
He's ages.
Oh, I didn't hear you say 48. I thought you said 40.
1972.
No.
Listen. Jensen would make the perfect Batman for this role.
What the fuck, Solis?
Well, but here's the thing, Mav. It's a reset. That's why they're restarting. Like, Ben Affleck doesn't want to act anymore. Ben Affleck had to be coerced to even come back for the Justice League, for the Snyder Cut reshoots. Like, I don't think Ben Affleck he's not in the right mental state of mind. He wants time off. I think he wants to direct.
J-Lo.
He wants to direct. He wants to start directing. I think that I think they'll keep Gal Gadot, I think they'll keep Jason Momoa, and I think they'll keep Zachary Levi.
Momoa has already said that.
Because Henry Cavill doesn't fit into the story that they're wanting to tell with the DCU. These other guys haven't really touched anything. Because they want to go younger. Henry Cavill's 40-something.
Bro, Jason Momoa's is like 40-something too.
But that doesn't matter. That doesn't tie into what they're doing with Aquaman. They haven't announced anything for Aquaman. Aquaman 2 is coming out, but then it doesn't have anything attached to their first chapter.
He's 43.
Jason Momoa is right now Zachary Levi, Gal Gadot, right now they're on an island until something is figured out.
Bro, it's probably just a bunch of morons sitting in a oval shaped room, like fucking sitting at the I think this will be a great idea. Oh my god, I love it. It's
not. My counteraction to that is it's James Gunn and Peter Safran, who are two of the greatest comic book movie minds in this century.
They're dumbasses for getting rid of Henry Cavill.
See, you're such a Henry Cavill fanboy who can't get over it. There's so many people out there.
He's the Superman ever, bro. He's still there. He's in great shape. There's no reason to get rid of him. There's zero reason.
There is if they're going to change this story.
They're changing the story to have it make sense.
They're going to get rid of him. They have to get rid of everyone else. How come they kept Harley Quinn and they did a reboot of Suicide Squad? Why can't they do that with the other shit?
But that was a soft
literally
reboot.
Just remade the whole fucking movie with Harley Quinn.
They didn't remake the movie. It was the sequel.
No, it was not.
Yes, it was. It was a sequel.
They referenced the sequel many times in that.
That was a soft rebooted sequel. It just didn't bring back some of the characters.
Well, they could do the same shit with
Yes,
Superman.
because Will Smith told them pound sand, so their character like.
Yeah, so they replaced him with Idris Elba, who played Bloodsport instead of... Because they thought they were going... There were rumors that Idris Elba was going to replace Will Smith and be Deadshot, which then everyone was up in the moon, like, well, what the fuck? What? Now we're recasting characters, yada yada, so they just made him Bloodsport. But no, like, what Henry Cavill... So James Gunn said, he goes, Henry Cavill wasn't fired, he just wasn't hired. Because their story, so they probably talked to him and said, this is what we want to do for Superman. You don't fit because you're 44 years old and we want to go with a Superman who's 25. It just does it.
Subsequently, a Batman that's probably 35 with a kid. That would all fill.
So that doesn't make a lot of sense to a lot of people, and I tell people that they can just go kick rocks that don't agree with that. I think Batman being an older mentor type coach type leader for the team that ends up becoming the Justice League in the end is perfect. Like, he's the type of guy that's like, I've had it with this shit. He has a kid. He's fought crime for 15, 20 years. He has a kid who's trying to constantly kill him. Like, that's who Damian Wayne is. Damian always tries to kill him in the comics. And now he's got these young upstart heroes, and him and Wonder Woman, that's how it happened in a lot of the comics, him and Wonder Woman have to take this team of heroes, of upstarts, and mold them into this great superhero team. Superman is the epitome of DC.
Superman and Batman are DC.
Right. And if you have Superman just be this hopeful, because that's the problem with Henry Cavill's Superman, Dink. And I say this as a huge fan of Henry Cavill's Superman. He wasn't a very hopeful Superman.
He was a dark
and dreary Superman. He tried to be hopeful. Like, there were still some of the lines in Man of Steel were some of the greatest lines in any superhero movie. Don't get me wrong. But the fact that you've got all this hope and this endearment and all this stuff, I like the writing, but at the end, then you have him kill the bad guy, the last remaining person from his planet. It doesn't really inspire hope for the future of DC, because your hopeful character just killed the last of his kind. Because he had to, but still, it's like, I thought it was good writing, but when you want to go more of a hopeful Superman route, Henry Cavill Superman just doesn't make sense.
I grew up with.
You're saying he can't just act more.
You can, but then you're gonna if you keep him and change. Yeah, if you keep him, yeah, exactly that. But if you also keep him and try to change the story, it's just gonna be more confusing. Like, if you're looking at Henry Cavill and he's not playing the same Superman that he played in Man of Steel and Justice League, it's gonna confuse more people than if you just changed it. Because then everyone's gonna look at this new.
Fine.
Okay for you, but is the general 85% of the fan base out there gonna go like?
People are stupid.
Yeah. Yes, I am. Yes, I fucking am.
They do it for the people that don't go one. They do this in movies integrated so that the people that go and see it 5 times and then will go back just to watch this through in an Easter egg or whatever. That's what they do all this. They don't do this for the casual guy. It's like, yeah, I really like that, and I like Henry Cavill, and do them for screwing them over. They reboot the whole thing, then reboot the whole thing. If they want to keep somebody that fits the narrative or fits the age gap in what they're doing, then keep them.
Mm-hmm.
You already set a standard of, this is what's happening, this is the timeline, this is Earth 616, this is what we're doing, and then build from there.
Yeah, I think what their goal here is, before we just kind of fly through the rest of these, because the rest of these are just cool to kind of talk about. We don't have to go super in depth with them, but what their goal here is with this is, you have Superman Legacy. Superman is going to be the kickoff of the new DCU. He is hopeful, he is young, he is bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, he loves the planet. The fact that an alien knows more about human kindness than humans do is just something that doesn't exist. And he is going to look at a team like the Authority, their movie comes out next, who are dark and violent and kill people to get the job done, but they're heroes. And I don't know if you guys have seen A Few Good Men with Tom Cruise and
long time.
Yeah, and now why can't I think of Jack Nicholson? The line in there where he says, you want my face on the wall, but you don't want to know how I have to get my face there. Basically, like, you can't handle the truth type thing. The Authority, Apollo, is going to say something like that to Superman. And Superman, being who Superman is going to come in and go, no. Whereas you can look at someone like a Henry Cavill Superman and go, just kill him, because he has, and he could. So
wait a second. He was in the post-credit scene for Black Adam. So what's going to happen with that?
Get Black Adam out of your mind. That movie was made before James Gunn and those guys came in. That was
so fucked,
so
bro.
Dwayne Johnson came in, and Dwayne Johnson tried to shoehorn himself into the role of running DC, and a lot of people kind of wanted it. But the problem is, DC wasn't a huge fan of kind of what he was doing, because he was kind of like I said, he was kind of bullying his way into getting what he wanted. Don't get me wrong. I thought that's what I think that's what needed to be done. But what they did is they went out and they got someone who has been more of a comic book junkie and more of a comic book mind in James Gunn, and he said Dwayne Johnson's not done. They haven't said Black Adam 2 is not going to happen.
I think Dwayne told him to understand.
He probably did, but nothing's been confirmed yet. I think the Warner Brothers team just weren't happy with how Dwayne Johnson was going to do things. Dwayne Johnson kind of forced their hand, because Warner Brothers, again, really fucked with Henry Cavill. It wasn't James Gunn. No one should be getting mad at James Gunn here. Warner Brothers they brought in Henry Cavill. They did everything. They fucked up everything with Zack Snyder. That fucked up the team of actors. Then everything else got fucked. They refused to bring back Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill started doing his own thing. Then Dwayne Johnson shoehorns his way in. He gets his Black Adam movie. He, by golly, is going to fucking get Henry Cavill into this movie because he wants to bring Superman back, because that's what the fans wanted. I don't disagree with that. DC, Warner Brothers, then got Henry Cavill to make the announcement, hey, I'm coming back as Superman. They did that without talking to who their next CEO of DC was going to be. They brought in James Gunn. They hired James Gunn. James Gunn and Peter Safran did their whole thing. They went through their whole spiel. They started to work on how everything was going to work out. Henry Cavill, and trying to keep this whole universe alive, like as a whole, wasn't going to work for their plans, which is why they changed it. So again, there's still lots of things that are kind of question marks, but we'll find out eventually. But I think the goal here is to have your Superman, who is your linchpin of DC. He needs to be hopeful. He needs to be young. He needs to cater to a younger fan base, and he needs to build your DC. And then you have the Authority of the bad guys, and then Batman comes in, who is this kind of crotchety, middle-aged 40-year-old man with a son who has seen it all and can help basically show Superman the darker sides of being a hero. They're literally doing the big three right off the rip.
But to me, the Authority is not a big three.
No.
To me, if you're rebooting this, either for Superman or Batman, that's what they're doing. Authority, that has no pull for me.
No,
Batman does.
The Authority is going to be villains. They're going to be villains for Superman. They're just going to show the darker side of the DC world that we're in, because we're going to have hopeful Superman, dark side with the Authority, and then Batman is going to kind of come in and be that bridge.
I just think that you're getting too far in being. You're going to bring on an antagonist in the next movie for Batman, and you can't go to Batman. You have to go to that movie.
Again,
so the Authority is a good idea, but to me, Batman should be second, because those are your staples. Then do the Authority, then bring in Wonder Woman or one of the other, Aquaman 4, 5, 6, whatever number that we're on now.
So they also haven't announced release dates for anything else. So Brave and the Bold, the Batman movie, could come after Superman. They haven't announced that yet.
Yeah, I mean the dates aren't there, but to me, if you're laying them out the way that they come in here, like, I just feel you lead with your.
Yeah.
You know, Marvel took a flyer because Hulk scenario that they made a movie. They said, "Hey, that didn't work. Why don't we just throw Iron Man, our third or 25th best Avenger, out there?"
Yeah.
Everybody loved it.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do that with DC, because to me, who's
I agree.
avid a comic reader. I grew up with Adam West Batman and Michael Keaton Batman.
Yeah.
I didn't read comics. I didn't read the New 52. So to me, start with what I know. Integrate what I don't know as you show me what this new world is going to be.
Yeah. Mav, I think The Rock lied to him. Or wasn't really. I don't think The Rock knew what the actual plan was going to be. Not on the fault of The Rock.
He could still fuck up. He could still fuck them all up.
But why would we want to do that?
Has a lot more pull than you think. Like,
but why would anyone want to
Johnson
do that?
Is a winner. He's a winner. He is a winner. He'll make shit happen.
You walked in and said, "Know your role and shut your mouth."
Not when his movie didn't make money in the box office.
What?
We can say that doesn't matter. People can say that doesn't matter, but it does. His movie didn't make any money.
It doesn't matter about the U.S. The U.S. sales. It's the worldwide sales.
But in general, it didn't make that much money.
All right. I'm pulling. Let's see here. Last 5 box. Let's see here. Fuck. It's not giving me DC Extended Universe. Is that what I'm looking for?
Yes.
So 393 million Black Adam. What's USD? United States?
U.S. dollars.
U.S. dollars. So
Yeah,
393 million.
Suicide Squad, 167 million.
Black Adam's budget was
Wonder
260 million. It only made $100 million
matter.
over its budget. It does. It almost lost the money because that's not also counting media and advertisements.
What are you talking about?
Actually, it does.
They doubled. The worldwide box office is almost double than their budget. They almost doubled their money.
Batman versus Superman. What was its box office?
Okay, well that's
872 million, and it didn't matter.
You know how long ago that was?
Okay, but I'm just saying it also didn't matter.
That was 7 years ago. Let's look at the last 5 movies. Okay, the last movie that did better than Black Adam was Aquaman, and that was in 2018. There was Shazam, that did worse. Birds of Prey did worse.
Okay,
Wonder Woman did
you
worse.
but you're
Suicide
also
Squad
not
did worse.
including the fact that it's also the pull of Jason Momoa and how he completely spoiled that Henry Cavill was going to be in the movie.
So you're saying Jason Momoa is the reason why they made 400 million?
No, I'm saying the reason Black Adam made 390 million is because it was Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and Dwayne The Rock Johnson spoiled that Henry Cavill was going to come back and be Superman.
He did that in the last week. Something like it.
And it boosted their numbers.
Okay,
Why not?
but you said that he didn't make money for them, and I'm saying that he did.
When you don't make more than 200 million, and the box office for Hollywood is considered a failure.
But he did. He did make more than 200.
It was a $260 million budget for the movie. It made 390 million. He didn't double it.
The numbers I'm looking at. All right, so it was 190 million.
Okay, why are we defending Black Adam here?
Why are we saying that 190 million profit is not good enough?
All right, hold on.
190 million. Come on, bro.
Okay, you're saying 190 million?
Boys.
Do you remember what I said Batman and Superman's box office was?
Like I said,
that was
Batman
in
and Superman
2016.
Okay, and its budget was 250 million, and it made 700 million more dollars. It was a success. So they're comparing, but they're comparing every DC movie they make since then to that.
Okay, well, I'm saying this is the best thing that's happened in since the last Aquaman movie.
And you're saying it's the best thing that's happened since the last Aquaman movie.
That was 5 years ago.
Right, but all you're telling me then is every single movie since then, even considering this, has been a failure in their eyes because of what they have seen in terms of what their money success.
Turning it around.
Their last money success, big success, was Batman versus Superman.
Actually, Aquaman was better.
You can't compare
Aquaman
right
made
now.
$1 billion.
You can't compare when Black Adam came out that you have HBO Max, and that I, who don't have time to go to the movie, waited to watch Black Adam, wait for it to be on HBO Max. You lose so many millions of dollars that people would go see that movie because they're just waiting for it to come out.
Here, I'm sharing my screen. Take a look at this. Take a look at this.
I I am defending The Rock, saying it has a lot to do.
Yeah, Dink, I've seen that. My thing here is, guys, so what are we doing here? Are we basically saying that you're saying Dwayne The Rock Johnson should be in charge of DC?
Oh, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying.
I mean, I'm saying he should be able to do what he wants to do.
But that's not how the business works.
I don't know why we're comparing 393 million after COVID and after streaming service to before streaming service.
Okay, but budget aside, let's just get to moral ambiguity here and what they want to do in terms of the movies. Budget aside, I don't know even how we got on that topic. Yes, because we were talking about it. Fine, I'll take the L. Who cares? It doesn't matter. But budget is just one. Budget and box office is one aspect. That's fine. Why should The Rock get to do what he wants, and not James Gunn?
Because what James Gunn wants is bullshit.
Okay, but how do you know that if you haven't seen anything James Gunn's done yet?
Because he's getting rid of Henry Cavill.
It's not him. It's Warner Brothers.
Yeah, but The Rock was gonna bring him back.
But Rock isn't in charge of Warner Brothers.
Yeah, well, they put him in the movie, didn't he?
Because The Rock shoehorned him in. When The Rock, he was. So I'm going to give you a timeline of events here.
How did they allow him to put The Rock in?
Wait.
Because when The Rock was talking about getting Henry Cavill Superman in the movie, and he was doing all of these media appearances and all these things where he was talking about how he wanted Black Adam to fight Superman, he wanted Superman to be on Black Adam, he wanted all these things. The media ate that shit up. The fans fucking loved it. And what did Warner Brothers do? They got on their knees, they put Dwayne Johnson's dick in their mouth, and they called Henry Cavill and put him in the movie.
Okay.
They didn't put him in the movie because...
Keep doing that.
Take a breath. Okay. So, how did we go from talking about Dwayne The Rock Johnson running DC when I've never even heard that? I just knew Dwayne wanted a certain style and certain things in his movie that he was producing that he got. And whether or not he bullied and slapped his mushroom stamp around, that's beside the point. He got Henry Cavill in because he's still technically in that old timeline, just like everyone else is. So when it gets to that point, I think Dink's trolling you a little bit to get you fired up.
I know he is.
Dink doing Superman being brought back. He was being brought back before that. But Wayne shouldn't have any part of this because his rendition of that doesn't fit the new narrative.
Well, I think it's bullshit.
Let's pull ourselves away from this argument because Revan's getting out of control, and kind of take a breath and say, all right, so Revan didn't like it. We like. We don't like the fact that Henry Cavill's gone, but at the same point, if they're coming with a new direction, this is what's got to happen. That's
where I'm just like. I'm just trying to help Dink get over the Henry Cavill love and just be like, listen, there has to be a little bit of a, what's the word I'm thinking of? Compromise, by also saying like, yeah, it just isn't gonna make sense with the new DC. Do you know why? Because the entirety of the DCU, the Henry Cavill, Ben Affleck, that stuff, the stories fucking sucked. I liked the actors. I liked the performances. Joss Whedon's Justice League, the one that released in theaters, was absolute dog shit. Even though I liked Ben Affleck. I liked Gal Gadot. I liked Aquaman. I liked him. I loved Man of Steel was a good movie. So I'm not gonna lump Man of Steel into that. Like, and that's why I think this is the biggest issue right now, is the discussion of Henry Cavill, because if you go back and look, his movie really was the only one that was actually good.
Yeah.
And
why would they get rid of it? Yeah.
Because his story doesn't fit the narrative. And I see
compromise. How about the compromise is they bring in all the people that we like and they just say fuck off to the old people, you know, and do the little Flash special fucking bullshit and keep Henry Cavill and he could be more happy or whatever. And you could keep your Jason Momoa and your The Rock and Gal Gadot, and everyone else can fuck off. And you keep Margot Robbie, and everyone else fucks off.
Well, The Rock's Black Adam wasn't very good either. So I mean.
But you have the Flash. These people can come back as these people.
I still think Henry Cavill can come back as Superman in the future for a Kingdom Come storyline and play the old Superman.
Okay,
Kingdom
well,
Come storyline or a Flashpoint, and not to say Flashpoint, a Flash movie that have him going to a different planet that had Henry Cavill, or The Rock as Lightning Finger.
I think Henry Cavill can play Superman's dad if he wanted to. There's compromises out there. My thing is, and yes, and Dink, I agree with you. I'm mad that Henry Cavill is not going to be Superman anymore. I'm just saying I can get over that to accept the narrative that their story isn't going to work with Henry Cavill.
Why not?
Because they want a young Superman.
They could come up with something.
I want you to come up with something. Come up with something and give me the story.
I just did. I just told you.
That was
some X-Men Days of Future Past shit, and then just tell
you can't do that in the
like.
first movie in the universe.
Yeah, they can.
Okay.
Why not? They did that for X-Men, and then they had X-Men First Class, and it was all right.
No, they didn't. They had X-Men 1, X-Men 2, X-Men 3. Then they had X-Men the First Class. Oh, I'm sorry. They had all the Wolverine. They had X-Men Origins Wolverine. Then they had X-Men First Class. Then they did Days of Future Past.
Yeah, and no. I thought Days of Future Past was before, wasn't it?
No, Days of Future Past was after First Class.
X-Men 3 was garbage.
Right, but
and
that
unfortunately, Wolverine, even though I like to watch it,
it's not a good movie. But I'm just saying that was the sixth movie in the series. And the reason they did it is because they brought in the young cast for the First Class. People didn't really love it, so what'd they do in First Class? They brought back the old guys. Or not First Class, sorry, Days of Future Past. They brought back the old crew, and they got Jesus, now my brain's fucking flustered. They got Hugh Jackman to be a major part of that story because everyone wanted Hugh Jackman because they didn't have him in First Class. They did. He had like a little cameo, but that was what they did. It was the sixth movie in the series.
Why does it matter if it's the first or sixth?
Because it can fuck with your storytelling, man.
Yeah, they'll have the all fucked up storyline of all the movies leading up to this, and then that rectifies everything, just like
I'd rather them build up the world.
Thank you.
I'm not mad. I'm just feeling the actors that are the lead roles. Okay.
That's the problem.
Keep going.
Like I can't
go to End of Days.
That's where Dink, that's where you and I differ on this, and a lot of people are like me and a lot of people are like you. And that's where the argument and the conversation is very fun. And Coach, I love how Coach is right in the middle because it's awesome. It makes for great dialogue here. I'm having a fucking great time.
The actors are you?
And the thing is, you can have great actors in terrible movies. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, love Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I thought his portrayal of the Black Adam was not what I wanted. I thought it was very goofy. How about watch an animated movie with Black Adam, Dink, and then come back to me? And then
that's the animated movie.
And it's Black Adam is that. Read the comics and then watch an animated movie, then come back to me.
Off the rails.
But then the Black Adam movie as a whole, writing and everything wasn't great. Man of Steel. Bad example. That was a good movie all around. Batman vs. Superman. Henry Cavill was great. Gal Gadot was great. Ben Affleck was great. Movie was not very good.
I don't know about Ben Affleck.
See, but
I'm not a Ben Affleck fan.
See, I think Ben Affleck is the best Batman. Is one of the best Batmans. Now, hold on. He's not my favorite Batman, Coach, because Michael Keaton is my favorite Batman. I love Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton will always be my favorite Batman.
Michael Keaton is my favorite all around because he was who I was raised on. And then I think Ben Affleck is it's kind of like the Spider-Man conversation. I think Ben Affleck is the best Batman. Christian Bale was the best Bruce Wayne.
No. It's going to be an unpopular opinion, but it's the ER guy that was the best Bruce Wayne.
Who? George Clooney?
Yeah.
Oh.
Clooney is the epitome of what my brain was.
The
movie sucks.
Yeah, not good.
I'll watch it if it's on, but at the same time,
Mhm.
like I just feel his portrayal of Batman or of Bruce is just so proper.
Yeah, I don't hate what you're saying, but it's not like I think it goes Christian Bale's Bruce Wayne, Ben Affleck is Batman, Michael Keaton is a good mix of both. It's same when you go to Spider-Man, like Tobey Maguire's the best Peter Parker, Andrew Garfield's the best Spider-Man, Tom Holland is the best mix of both. That's kind of where I'm at. Like that's where I'm at with Batman. It's so difficult to pick.
I'll take Tom Holland over all of them.
Nah.
I like the second one. He wasn't bad.
See,
when it comes to Spider-Man, I feel like Tobey was good when out in the 2000s, but he really should be the age that Tom is.
Yeah, they didn't think that. They didn't think that way though back then when they filmed those movies. When
because back then you used to watch 90210 where these 18-year-old, 16-year-old kids are 45 playing 18.
Yeah, I think it's just right now the DC thing is a mix of you've got the Snyderverse cult, and don't get me wrong, I was in it. I loved the Snyderverse. I loved the dark and gritty, even though the movies weren't great. I loved that they had a shtick and they were sticking to it. I thought it needed to be, you need to have, the thing is Superman needs to be that light in the darkness. And he wasn't. I'm the light in the dark. And, because there's all this dark and there's all this gritty and, yeah, and then he's also dark and gritty. I like Henry Cavill. I like Ben Affleck. I like Gal Gadot. I like Jason Momoa.
Bring them all on.
Or get rid of them all. I want to just see.
They are bringing some of them. Why are they bringing some of them, but not the one we want?
Okay, tell me who I said is confirmed. They're bringing back.
Aren't they bringing back Aquaman and?
No, they're just letting his movie come out.
They're not confirmed whether or not he's going to stay within the.
His movie's shot. His movie's done. It comes out in December. They're just letting it come out. There's rumors floating around that Jason Momoa is going to stay, but they're saying he might play. But they're saying he might play Lobo. Not gonna be Aquaman. I didn't say he was gonna stay as Aquaman.
Both.
Yeah,
he said. Yeah. He. It looks like he's going to get to play Aquaman.
He said he could. James Gunn did say they haven't confirmed anything yet.
He's just gonna play two characters. Are they gonna make him fight himself?
No, Aquaman doesn't fight Lobo.
Never.
Not now.
He's never fought Lobo. The difference is though is Aquaman looks like a person. So I had this argument with someone on Twitter. Aquaman looks like a person. Well, yeah, it's a Justice League fight. Aquaman looks like a person. Lobo does not. Lobo looks like a monster. And someone on Twitter said, if you're happy that Jason Momoa can play Aquaman and play Lobo, then you deserve the shit that you're about to get, because that'd be like saying that Robert Downey Jr. can play Iron Man and Reed Richards. And I'm like, no, that's not a fair comparison, because one person playing two humans that look pretty similar, and one person playing what looks like a human, and the other one is a monster that is going to be CG and makeup and prosthetics and have a CG'd voice because he sounds like a monster.
Low key, I feel like he's jacked enough. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh no, he'll play the role. He'll play Lobo at some point. Now, whether he's also playing Aquaman or not, it's still yet to be seen. Lobo is I love Lobo, dude. Lobo committed.
Like OP.
Yes. He's an intergalactic mercenary. He basically killed his entire planet because he was bored. Yeah, Lobo's sick. Read a Lobo comic. He's got some of my favorite comics.
I have time.
I remember.
That's fine. Whenever, just do you, baby.
Quite good in Injustice, the mobile game.
No, I think, and then they still have yet to say anything on Gal Gadot, and then nothing on Ezra Miller. Like, they just haven't announced anything.
Ezra Miller can't.
I don't think he should. He shouldn't. I'm with you. I don't think he should at all. I'd be mad if they brought him back and not Superman. That's where I would. That is what would make me mad. The Jason Momoa one, the Gal Gadot one, not as much, because I think you can easily rectify it and make it make sense. The Ezra Miller one, just because of everything outside of everything, you can't do that. But like Gal Gadot and Jason Momoa, nothing has been confirmed. Yes, if they did bring them back, I would be a little confused. I don't think they're going to come back. They just have not been confirmed. The only thing is they just want Superman to be the first big movie they release in their new chapter, and what they want to do with Superman, it doesn't line up with the style of Superman Henry Cavill has played, and they have felt like it would just make people way more confused if they have Henry Cavill playing this new version of Superman that they want. It would just confuse more people.
I'm kind of concerned that Gal Gadot is going to age out.
She might, yeah.
Now. And if you have a 15-year plan with her as Wonder Woman, it might be a different level Wonder Woman. Maybe they go to a different. I don't know if she has kids or whatever it is. Maybe that's where she stays. But I don't see her being an origin story type of character.
I agree. Well, so they won't. I don't know what. Again, I still don't even know, because one of the shows that we'll just kind of talk about some of the other stuff here just to kind of help it make sense. One of the other things they announced for Chapter 1 is a show called Paradise Lost. And basically, it's a comic run pre-Wonder Woman. So it's going to focus on the origins, like the story of Themyscira and the Amazons, to tell her story. Now, if it's going to be the same actors, same actresses, that might answer our question. But before they even bring Wonder Woman in, they're focusing on Paradise Lost. And they're going to tell the story of the Amazonians before they even give us Wonder Woman. So that's I think is a way to help give themselves some time. We're also getting a Lantern show. Fuck yeah. I need Green Lantern in my life. Earlier, Dink, you mentioned Zac Efron in jest about something. They're releasing a TV show called Booster Gold. Look up Booster Gold real quick. That needs to be Zac Efron. If Marvel doesn't snatch him up.
Oh.
Booster Gold is a guy from the future. He's a loser from the future, but he's like really... He's too good looking for his own good. And he's from the 25th century, and he acquires time-traveling technology, and he goes back in time and acts like a superhero. It's basically imposter syndrome with a good-looking guy.
I'm super pumped to see Hugh Jackman come back in Deadpool 3.
That's a shift.
That's happening, right?
It sure is.
Random.
No, it is. It is. Still curious to see how they're going to handle that.
I want to see if he's going to get jacked again. He's like 54 now.
He said yes.
That's crazy, though. I mean, it's got to be steroid. Like, I mean...
Zac Efron for Booster Gold would be perfect.
It's human. It's kind of like a human growth hormone, but what they do is they go and they train for 6 months, and they have everything laid out for them: their meals, their supplements, their whatever, and that's all they do.
How does he get that much, like He's like that vascular, but that big, like.
Because the last time he worked his ass off, he actually went to The Rock, and The Rock gave him a bulking.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't The Rock on steroids too, though?
They're gonna say no.
I'd say no, but at the same time, it's not in the old school what you consider steroids. I think with the modern advances of technology, there's stuff that you can do that's not gonna give you cancer.
Yeah.
See, Glacius, that's my point with that was my point with Jason Momoa playing Aquaman and Lobo. He brought up Josh Brolin playing Thanos and Cable.
Liver King diet.
The Liver King. Yo, dude, I can't believe he lied to everybody. I knew he was, but
he is liver. You shut up. You take steroids.
Well, and that goes completely against the world's not that stupid. I think there's a lot of stupid people in this world, but I know some stupid people that were like, yeah, that guy's on steroids.
Well, that guy was so cut that
I know.
he couldn't be all natural.
I have friends that are cut and like absolutely like built, but like I know what actual like lifting in the gym with a healthy diet looks like. It's not that.
No, you still have fat over the six.
Yeah, you still got things showing. And no, I don't know. Real quick before we get out of here, that kind of went into a tangent that I didn't think was going to happen.
You on the tangents here.
Hey, we're gonna get them. Hey, just wait until we start getting into discussions on who's Team Cap and who's Team Iron Man. Dink I just about watch Dink throw up on camera.
I'm Team Thanos.
Dink,
my eye, bro.
Dink, yeah. Glacius, you're wrong. # wrong. Dink, have you seen the Bad Batch yet? This will answer the question.
The new season?
Yes.
Did you see last season?
Did you watch last season?
Yes, I watched.
You haven't watched any of the new season yet?
No.
Well, guys, you can write that off our list.
That's not going to happen tonight.
Year.
Well, is the whole season out?
No. So I'll say this before we get out of here. We're right at that 1:30 mark. I think, without spoilers, I was talking to a buddy of mine, and we were talking about the Bad Batch, and he goes, it's just really hard for me to get into the Bad Batch. Because, and Dink, you'll think the same thing. I had the same feeling during the first season. It's a little slow. First couple episodes are kind of like, I get it, but come on, give me something to care about. And then I started talking to somebody, and he goes, yeah, I thought the same thing, and then I remembered, it's Dave Filoni. He's going to do something. He plays the long game a lot.
Yeah, but and this was always my complaint with the Clone Wars. I get 4 episodes that are good episodes. They're okay, but they don't do anything.
I know.
Give me plot. Give me build. Give me something.
I'll talk to you separately, Coach. But Dink, when you watch it, the last 2 episodes, Coach, I have theories. Also, let's talk about Jedi Survivor real quick. Did you guys see they postponed it?
Yeah, because they fucking suck.
They did. It's the sequel to Jedi Fallen Order. It's they postponed it, and it now releases the finale week of Mandalorian.
And they try to pull off this bullshit excuse.
I know they try to make it make sense, but I don't know.
They're just money-hungry bitches.
Yeah. No, I don't remember who I was talking to. I think it was Liam in my chat the other day. He goes, he said Bad Batch was one of his favorite Star Wars shows, I think. And I was like, what? He said it was one of his favorite anime shows. I'm like, that first season kind of pooped at the end.
I don't think it pooped. It just kind of went, was that it?
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, it kind of felt like a wet turd.
You know, because Dink has seen it, right? So we can actually.
Yeah, the last season, the first season.
The end point of that episode is not Crosshair going off and doing that. The end point was the clone homeworld was blown up. That was the culmination of that season. That was a closure of what happened to Camino. That's what it was. The continuation of the Hunter and Crosshair conversation. That was just get you to the next.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, to me, it wasn't like a big shocking. Oh my God, they blew up Camino. Well, no shit. It's the Empire. That's what they do.
Yeah.
It's what we do.
All right.
We're bad guys. It's what we do.
All right. I think that was very productive. I think that was a very productive evening.
We're gonna have to get this on a list and a checklist so we can follow. And a bell when we get on the tangent. Ding!
We do. My goodness. No, there's
the vibe bell.
go look at some stuff. And I'm talking I'm not talking just to you guys. I'm talking to people that are in the chat as well. Go read the stuff on the new DC things.
You giving us homework?
No. Well, yes, I am actually. Fuck you. I was a teacher for God's sakes. Go form your own opinions.
That up to work at Target.
And if you guys don't love what they're planning, that's fine. It's all right. What'd you say?
I was a teacher. I'm gonna fuck this shit because these kids are assholes. I'm gonna go work at Target and deal
No,
with
it's because
parents.
this stupid fucking country pays teachers like dick.
You need tenure, bro.
I'm not getting into this education discussion. I can go on and on about it. It is fucked. It is fucked.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you right now, in the state of Nebraska, when I became a team lead at Target, I'm telling you, I don't have the benefits and stuff. I was getting paid more yearly as a team lead at Target than what starting teachers make in Lincoln, Nebraska. Just saying.
Come over to New York, sir.
Starting teachers in New York don't make that much either.
Oh, it depends on where. New York.
Before we leave now, I want to check this. Hold on.
I don't know what the team make at the school I coach for, but they drive by me driving some pretty slick goddamn automobiles and all.
Starting.
One of my teachers made like $200,000 a year, bro.
No,
Yeah,
absolutely not.
Teachers don't
One
make
of
that
my
much.
Teachers,
If they make 80, 85 in Pennsylvania, that's a ton.
Some of these teachers make bank.
Well, they have to also have 5 degrees.
Well,
yeah, you have to.
My mom has 6
They got-
degrees and she's
they
not
have,
even
like,
making.
masters in a lot of shit.
My mom has 6 degrees and she's not even making. I don't even think she's making 90,000. The median's average starting salary for a teacher in the state of New York is $45,000 a year, and that's before taxes.
That's bumpkus.
That is bumpkus. You know what teachers make in Switzerland? Equivalent of $127,000 a year.
And they get half the year off.
They do. It also is expensive as shit to live in Switzerland. Those countries also pay for the right things with their taxes. We don't.
Well, it's Euro crap. So
well, but
you have
our
taxes
taxes
on top of taxes.
Our taxes don't cover what
Our
they
taxes
should.
go to the wrong people. That's the problem.
They do. Our taxes do cover healthcare, but for the politicians. Okay, before we get into that.
Before we get into that kind of podcast.
All right, guys. Here's who we're rating.
Your mom?
No.
Oh.
There's who we're rating. We have a raid message, guys. It's just a follower raid. You guys can copy and paste that if you want. If you guys are subbed, we have a regular raid.
Dink's getting ready to go to party.
Dink is getting ready. Dink wants to look good.
I gotta look good.
All right. We love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of this wonderful discussion. We are going to not be back for the raid, for the podcast next week. But the week after, we will be doing this every other week. If you guys have not joined the YouTube yet, look out for this being posted by next week on YouTube. That's my goal. So thank you guys. We love you. And we will see you guys in 2 weeks. Except for our regular streams. Dink, go to Dink's Discord. He's got his stuff. Those of you that are in here, you're all in there. Coach has got his plans. He knows I think he knows what he's doing. And then you guys will see me on Saturday. All right? Love you guys. Penis. We will see you guys in 2 weeks for OTS Season 2, Episode 2.
Peen.
2.